Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. This time we're doing Twisted Disney Snow White. Let's give this hottie a makeover. Starting by removing the bottom part of my makeup because there's where the prosthetic will be. And we have to make sure that area is nice and clean. Here's the prosthetic that I sculpted myself. Let me show you how it looks on the face cast. If you would like me to do a tutorial on how I do this, let me know in the comments. Start off by putting a thin layer of Prosade all over the area in your face that will be covered by the prosthetic. Next, I do the same thing on the prosthetic itself and I let both of them dry. Last sip of coffee for today, very important. And once everything is dry, I push both sides together. But be careful because once they touch each other, they're glued. So I start by pushing on the middle section and then pushing outwards and adding glue where I see there is not enough. Once it's glued on, you can start by removing the edge. I use isopropyl alcohol IPA to blend the edges because I use super baldies to encapsulate my prosthetics. Fix everything with powder and then it's time to start painting the prosthetic with my Skin Illustrator palettes. These are alcohol based and these work best for me. Using a couple of different shades and splattering techniques for the most natural result until it matches my skin tone fully. And I start by coloring the inside of the prosthetic with a reddish base. Then I go in with a darker red and brown to really give the prosthetic some depth. Once I'm happy with that, I move on to sculpting the veins for the acid that's spreading through her face. And I'm just using some red yarn and liquid latex to really glue it on the skin. And the goal here was to create a veiny texture all over her face that shows that the venom is really spreading throughout, starting by the mouth. The lower part of my face and really taking it down to the neck and the heart. This was really testing my patience, but in the end it didn't have to be perfect because I'm adding some bluish tones to it in the end. I'm using a lipstick to color the lip parts that are melted open. Absolutely love it when I color prosthetics because everything just falls into place. Here I am adding some bluish veins to mix with the red ones. This gives it more realistic results. Also using the alcohol palettes and slowly painting until I have the desired effect. One of the final steps is always add blood and lenses, of course, very important, and we're done. No, wait, a little bit more blood. Okay, never enough blood. But there she is, Snow White. She took one bite of that apple and all her beauty just started melting off. Poor Prince took one look at her and ran off. Poor child. Stay tuned for more Twisted Disney. And of course, I have the removal video for you guys. There is nothing more satisfying than removing such an SFX makeup look. I do not recommend pulling prosthetics off because you have removers for that, but I don't have the patience. They have to come off ASAP. But if you love your skin and you want to spare it, use a remover. Here are the pieces of silicone. It really looks like flesh. Prosthetics made out of silicone are my faves. By far. Also, do not recommend removing your lenses with dirty hands like I did. But anyway, time to go. Hope you liked it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.